Lesson 31. Level B1. B1 plus. Future in the past. I thought that we were going to. Story 1.
Emma, 16 years old, France. My friends and I were going to watch scary movies in my basement last Saturday, but we had to modify our plans because of a power outage. We all gathered around the TV and were ready to start our movie marathon. I grabbed the remote control to switch on the TV, but the remote wasn't working. I thought I was going to fix it by changing the batteries, but I quickly realized that it wasn't going to help. The problem was different. There was no power in the whole house. My friends were so disappointed that I thought that nothing was going to save the party. I was worried that they were going to go home and never visit me again. But then I got a brilliant idea. It was the perfect occasion to tell each other ghost stories. My guests weren't too excited about the idea at first, but I knew that we were going to have a great time. I was right.
Story 2.
Colin, 31 years old, USA. I thought that my girlfriend's parents and I weren't going to get along. I feared that they were going to judge me because of my lack of education. I didn't finish high school and didn't go to college because my father died when I was 19, and I had to get a job to help my mother pay the bills. I was going to go back to school a few years later, but my mother got sick. I focused on taking care of my mom and my 2 younger brothers, so I didn't have time to think about myself. My girlfriend kept telling me that I had nothing to worry about. She was sure that her parents weren't going to be mean to me. She said that they were going to respect me and appreciate everything I had done for my family. I wanted to believe her, but I was scared anyway. When I finally met her mom and dad, they welcomed me with open arms. I'm so happy that I was wrong about them.
Story 3.
Helene, 36 years old, Austria. My husband and I were going to spend our honeymoon in Iceland, and we imagined that it was going to be perfect. We were going to camp under the stars, see the northern lights, explore ice caves, hike to the top of a volcano, and then relax in the famous spa called Blue Lagoon. Well, things didn't go as planned. When we arrived at the airport, around 200 people were queuing at our gate. We stood at the end of the line, and we both thought that it wasn't going to end. About 2 hours later, when we were finally close to the front of the queue, it was announced that we weren't going to board the plane that day. Our flight was cancelled because of volcanic activity. We were extremely disappointed, but we weren't going to cancel our honeymoon. We decided to go to the Canary Islands instead, and we enjoyed every minute of the trip. Perhaps we will go to Iceland next year.
The end of Lesson 31.